wonderful day!
Hello, I'm Chef King Soundcloud video. Kingdom of the Planet Ape. What a wonderful day! Like I mentioned before, I saw the movie yesterday, and it's a great, fantastic movie. An excellent follow-up to the Caesar trilogy. It is an incredible film. You gotta watch. You gotta watch. You gotta see this for yourself. It is a great movie. Easy 8 to 9 out of 10. But I give it a solid 8, a high 8. I highly recommend 8. This movie is fantastic. It's great. An excellent package. Going to see the movie, I didn't know what to expect. I was one of those people who say, "What's in Disney hands?" I just was curious. And seeing Proximus Caesar for the first time, seeing that perfect, magnificent English, what a wonderful day! It's a I was intrigued, but then seeing the clips of the Raka and Noah give made a blanket, it was just like it added a little bit more. Added a little bit more intrigue. I was a little bit more curious. A little bit more interested to see what's going on here. But overall, the movie and the ties and the family love the chimps has for each other and so on. It's just it's an amazing movie. It really is. It really is. You gotta watch it. Try to stay light on spoilers, but it's just It really is a great movie. It really is. It's the way the film is structured. The film is shot excellently. I was questioning the CGI in certain scenes in the early trailers, but no, the CGI is excellent. Like there's some shots, some angles where this stuff is like this stuff look real. Like this stuff looks amazing. I don't know what type. Like I don't know what they was using for this movie to get it look so well. I got a chance to see it in IMAX, but my goodness, that stuff looked fantastic. It just looked. There was like a particular, like multiple shots throughout the movie where just like, what am I watching right now? This is magnificent. But for overall story and everything like that, I love Noah as a character and his childhood friends, his connection he had to his mother and father in different clans, and the fact that the story takes place 300 years later, and the characters and everything was able to stand up on his own. It didn't really need the backbone of Caesar, even though I love what they did with Caesar in this movie. Now, you never seen inside the movie, besides from Proximus Caesar, which that's a whole different character, but it really does follow what happens when a great person dies. What happens to everything they fought for? What happened to everything, every piece of symbolism, every piece of word happens post-mortem? And nobody likes to talk about that. Everybody likes to say, well, you know, this person was a great, fantastic person and so on, so legacy after they're long gone. In this case with Caesar, 300 years later, we're seeing multiple cases throughout the film that who Caesar was is to some a fantasy, to others a distant memory, and to some something that never was. Like it's one of the best parts of the movie is the effect of Caesar throughout 300 years, because the way it plays up with different characters, because it affects everybody one way or another, and not as in the way you see it. It's not as it's beating you over the head with it. It's a lot of scenes. We'll go to another thing I like about the movie. It really let the scenes breathe. It really lets you settle down the scenes, rather at the beginning, middle, and it really let you breathe on certain scenes. And then the high tense action kicks in 100%. It's just like, I gotta give it the score for this movie. My goodness, the throwbacks to the original Planet of the Apes and the score was just fantastic. And I have to give it another thing. The way they cut up that trailer, magnificent. It showed you a piece of the movie, but you really haven't seen everything with the movie. What I do means is, well, you know, more. Well, I mean like more than like a regular trailer. They gave you a piece of the movie, but you really don't know everything. You really haven't seen everything, and how everything connects and how everybody played their role. You haven't really seen nothing yet. You really haven't seen anything yet. And they see, like the relationship between the character, whether it's Raka, whether it's Noah, whether it's May. Whereas Noah with his childhood friends and his mother and father, it really allowed you to see, because some things is in between, right? It could be a silent moment. You can tell how a person's relationship is, how they refer to one another, how they talk to one another. But in this case, it's just like this. When you see some of the reveals in the movie, when you learn out certain things, when you're able to piece things together, And by the like, it has one of the greatest endings. And and it does have one of the greatest endings. And the ending exemplifies what I meant by what has Caesar's legacy become after 300 years. What does it mean? How does it affect the world? And what? Oh my goodness. Now, I don't think we can ever get a name for the main gorilla that's the main enforcer in Proximate Caesar. I'm just going to call him Blackjack. It fits the name. But Blackjack is an animal. Just vicious. It's just like there's certain scenes in the movie where it's just like it starts out. How did this happen? It's and it's sad. It really is sad. It really is sad in some instances because it's just you don't even do anything wrong and things just fall into your lap and it's just like, oh well, gotta deal with it. It's just what happens. Really sad. Really sad. But hey, that's not much. He could have done for it. And then seeing the condition of the humans. Seeing the condition of the humans. We've seen the trailer shots. Like I said, I'm gonna keep it on light spoilers. But seeing the condition of humans, it's the movie's a treat. It really is. You gotta go see the movie, especially if you enjoyed the Caesar trilogy or just a fan of Planet of the Apes in general. You're gonna love this movie. Especially I got some I won't say any direct ties, but you can see the influences of the original Planet of the Apes. You can really see it, which goes into our major point: the excellence, which is Proximus Caesar. Shout out to Blob, aka Kevin Durant. He plays this character excellently. It's fantastic. I couldn't even tell it's him. What do you mean? What do you mean you got problems with Idris Elba? Because sometimes he sounds like Knuckles, and other times he sounds like Idris Elba. If you can't see that, that's your own problem. And which goes into Keanu Reeves. When Keanu Reeves wants to act, he can act. When he just want to show up for the check, we're gonna get Keanu Reeves. So that's why I'm not excited for him as being Shadow. I'm gonna have to see for myself. Playing a few John Wick clips, he sounds good. Well, I gotta see for myself. But in this case, you can't even tell it's Kevin Durant. Proximus Caesar is magnificent in the movie. As soon as he shows up on the screen, he steals the show, but he blends in and parallels so well with the other characters. And everything you learn, everything you thought you knew, it just there's so much there. There's so much there you got to discover and watch for yourself. I don't know how they're going to take that them letting the scene breathe, letting you take in the scene itself, and at least you infer what you want from it, how the characters relate and bond to each other, how much do the characters each other know. Because somebody say, well, you... But then again, they didn't think the other Planet of the Apes movies were born on lackluster for not just being, well, everything back to back, back to back. So I don't think it would happen in this movie. But it really does let you sit down and think, and let you ponder and come up with your own ideas of the movie. And by the end of it, it will really prove what I mean by the whole, what is your legacy in 300 years? What would it even mean? Because remember, Caesar broke his back. He exhausted towards people. And even just seeing the relationships and how people look at Caesar, the way they talk about him. Because not like, so what, they're beating over your head? No. Caesar's name and legacy plays a role, but the actual person himself, like, nobody's alive to remember him. Nobody. It's been like 300 years. Nobody. So seeing how it affects people, seeing how it change people's opinions, seeing how people use it to its own benefit, trying to say like some spoilers, it's a real interesting thing, especially towards the end. A situation goes down, right? This whole plan, and it's just you can just feel the tension in the air. You can just feel that this is just because at one point the movie is just like, nah, this or something like there gotta be something that happens, and then something happens, and then that happens. I'm trying to keep it light. It happens in a way that you wouldn't expect. The things go on, and it's just you really gotta see the movie, especially if you're already interested. You gotta check out the movie for yourself, because it really is an amazing movie. And this is going to be turned into a trilogy. From what I've seen, it seems like it's in good hands. It seems like it's in good hands. In fantastic hands. And the way the movie ends. That's all I say. But I will say for one thing. The overall Planet of the Apes, especially what you notice in this movie, they're slowly getting towards the whole the way they looked inside the original Planet of the Apes, where they wearing clothes and the facial reactions where they looks more human-like, so they more stand normally instead of just doing so on so on. They're slowly building that, but it's not there yet. More speak English, but you still see some sign language. But it really is an amazing movie about the bonds you make with others and the legacy of what you will leave behind. 'Cause a lot of people talk about, oh, your legacy, legacy, legacy. No one ever want to talk about the negative effects of legacy. No one. Especially not by some superficial meaning and pseudo intellectual. It really does tackle the whole thing. Is what is your legacy in 300 years? How will people interpret it? How would it change? How would it mold? How would people? What the good would people take from it? And what bad would people take from it as well? Let's say. A very interesting thing. It really is. Especially when it comes full circle with the ending. And it's just, I couldn't believe it. I was at the edge of my seat. I was like, wait, what? What? No, 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 no. Ugh. And Noah really does stand as a character. It's not like, well, no, this is not Caesar 2.0. This is not Cornelius or anyone else. Noah stands out as his own character, especially as he discovers things over time. And it's just, it really is sad in some instances. When you reflect on the overall story, when you think about it, when you piece things together, it really is sad. And how somebody's legacy has changed. How the legacy has changed. And what has happened to the apes is another fascinating point in the movie, which is more interesting than the human part, but it's just as interesting as the human part. Because what has happened to the apes overall, especially after the award of Planet of the Apes, is we've brought to the promised land. $300 later. I don't even think it takes place in the same place at the ending of War of the Planet of the Apes, but you just see the apes overall, and it's just look, man, it's a movie that you gotta see. You gotta see the movie, man. You gotta see it. Yeah, like, you gotta see the movie for yourself. Especially if you already was a fan. You gotta see this movie. The movie's great. It really is. It really is. But Proximus Caesar is a very, very excellent standout. You will die. What a wonderful day. What a wonderful day. Oh my goodness. The cast is excellent. The portrayals are real. And I want to say before I wrap this up, just the amount of motion that they got in mocap and the CGI, it really is excellent. Because there are some things that are just purely implied, especially with one scene with Proximus Caesar, where it was, I don't want to spoil too much of it, but it was just one thing, and Caesar just looks at him. Like, it's like something's bad gonna happen to him. It's like something's bad gonna happen to him. I'm not trying to give any spoilers so you won't be able to tell it's happening in the movie, but it's just, boy, you gotta check this out for yourself. Before I wrap this up, you say, well, Hollywood is dying, so on and so on. Where are the people talking about this movie? Where are the people reviewing this movie? You just got the Ape Faithful and everybody else that was already interested. What happened? What happened? You made fun of Godzilla, don't watch EXK. Claim Hollywood is dead, don't watch Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. But hey, that don't sell tickets, does it? It is what it is. And then when you realize, no matter on which side you are on, they're both wrong, that is when you design weapons to take them all out. Not as a clean slate, but to put in the bed. To cripple both of their ideologies so the world can move forward. Because you can never go back. Because when you go back, you repeat the same mistakes. You must learn and move on to the future. And whatever choices you do make, you already know the consequences of them. It's been WK. We got to like the video. Like, comment, subscribe, and peace. It's a wonderful day.